How's it going, guys? Good afternoon, and thank you for joining me. It was announced yesterday that Paulo Costa, he's no longer competing at UFC, I believe, Fight Night 22 due to the COVID issue. So as of right now, the UFC has been looking for a new main event for Robert Whittaker, and they found one. And the person that they come up with is not that guy, but the guy that you just saw, and that this man right here, and that is Kelvin Gastelum. Okay, so guys, that is the new main event for UFC 22 3, which is expected to take place at UFC APEX on April 17th. So let's have a quick look into this guy's record and how we got here. I am gonna start off with Kelvin Gastelum. Okay, guys, Kelvin Gastelum right now, he's not doing too well. I mean, and what do I mean by that is that his record, this is his record within the last 8. He is 3-5 within the last 8, and 1-4. Sorry, yes, 1-3 within the last 4. That's not good, man. That's not good. And that started out since his stretch. He's lost to Israel Adesanya at UFC 236, which was on April 13th, 2019, which he lost to the current middleweight champion, and that is Israel Adesanya. And then after that, he went on. That was his first loss. Then he went on 2 more straight losses. He lost to Jack Hermanson at July 18th, 2020. And then he also lost to Darren Till on November 2nd, 2019. And just recently, he finally picked up his first win in a while since May 12th, 2018. And that was against Ian Hanishet. Sorry, Ian, I butchered your name there. And that was on February 13th of this year, 2021. You guys, honestly, for me, I believe that this right here, this fight coming up, I realized that it's not ideal. I mean, today is March 16th. Yes, March 16th, 2021, and this fight is just under a month away. Just over a month away. And Kelvin Gastelum right here, he needs this win. He honestly needs this win. It's just the fact that if he could beat Robert Whittaker. Okay, guys, let's have a look at Robert Whittaker's record real fast. Robert Whittaker, he is 2-3 within his last. Sorry, 2-1 within his last 3. His lone loss was to the current champ as well, in Israel Adesanya, and that was at UFC 243, October 5th, 2019, and we know what happened there. He lost to Adesanya round 2, 33 second. With KO punches, he essentially got knocked out. But before that, he was riding. Let me have a quick count here. He's running a 9-5 win streak. 9-5 win streak. So that means within the last 13 fight, he is 12-1. And like I said, his only loss was to the current champ. And as you guys might just have seen, his previous opponent that was scheduled to face him, was Paulo Costa, and Paulo Costa, his only loss was to the current champ as well. And a lot of people was thinking, including myself as well, I thought that the fight coming up was supposed to determine a number 1 contender to challenge Israel Adesanya for the middleweight title. And then after that fight was pulled, I mean, when I say pull, I mean Whittaker versus Costa. I kind of thought that the UFC would have put Whittaker versus Gastelum number 2. Sorry, Whittaker versus Adesanya number 2, because I was looking at the UFC ranking. As of right now, Robert Whittaker is ranked as number 1. The champ is ranked as, well, he doesn't rank because he's the champ, and Costa is ranked as number 4. Sorry, number 3. And I kind of thought that who else would he face? The champ. Ideally, that's the next person in line. I'm not sure why the UFC did not go that way. Maybe, just maybe, I'm assuming is that Adesanya had just competed and he's lost. He's got his first loss in his career, and it's understandable that the UFC would like to give Adesanya a bit of a rest time. But however, the show must go on, and they turn to Kelvin Gastelum, and here we are. Here we are. I believe it's a UFC fight night, and as right now, I believe it's UFC fight night, UFC Vegas 23. You guys, I am looking for this fight. As right now, I am leaning towards Robert Whittaker. It's just the fact that he's been such a beast lately, and Kelvin Gastelum, he's been on, in my opinion, he's been on a bit of a downswing in his career. I realized that the two consecutive losses that he lost to, those are all of the fighters that are ahead of him. But you know what? That just might be me making excuses. But the reality of the situation is that I believe that Kelvin Gastelum is on a bit of a downturn. But it's a big opportunity for Kelvin. If he could beat a former champion that's been riding such an incredible fight streak, considering that Robert Whittaker, the only person that he has lost to during this run is the champ. And if I'm talking about if right now, guys, and if Kelvin Gastelum could beat Robert, man, it's very difficult to say no to him, to being up there, or maybe possibly the next person to have a title shot, because you just beat the person who's supposed to challenge the champ, and technically, essentially, you are the next person in line. I don't know what's gonna happen with Paulo Costa. I mean, he's been dealing with a bit of COVID issue, and that is from his coach. I'm not making this stuff up. It's from his coach. He said his coach did mention that he's dealing with a bit of COVID. He hasn't fully recovered, and it's not ideal. It's not a good idea for him to step back into octagon right away. Me personally, I totally agree. The fight game is tough, man. It's tough, son of a bitch. And if you're not ready and if you're not fully prepared to go in there and just perform at your best, I don't recommend that you should do it. I realize that there is a financial incentive, and a lot of fighters do. You know what? If the money's right, do it. I take everything that I just said back. If the money's right, do it, because at the end of the day, that's why these guys are here. So yeah. Okay, guys. So that is a quick announcement that was just released by the UFC, and it was first reported. Let me have a quick shout out here. I read this on MMA Fighting. It was announced by Galga Cruz. Okay. Alright, guys. So yeah, thank you for joining me today. That is a quick new announcement for this fight coming up. If you have not, please comment, rate, and subscribe. And yeah, tell me what you think. I would love to hear from you. And as always, everyone, take care, be safe, stay healthy, and I will talk to you soon.